Hey guys, in this video we'll continue building our video sharing web application we've been doing for a few videos now. We're going to add two small features in this one. We'll first add a category to each video, and in the future we'll use this for some other pieces, but for now we're just going to set it up and just add it to each of our videos for now. So let's create a model, add it to our create video form. And then we'll also add the ability to post comments in each video, and to do this we'll create a comment model, a comment form, and then list them in the detail view for each video. To add that functionality as well. Let's go ahead and get started on building these two things, and we'll start with the categories. So first we'll go ahead and open up our videos and our models. And right now we just have this video model, and we're going to go ahead and add a category model below this. So down here I'll do a class category models.model. And then here we'll have one field. I'm just going to give it a name, nothing else. So let's get a name, the models.char field. We'll give this a max length equal to, we'll say, we'll give it 30. And we'll go ahead and add an str method, and this will just make sure it looks a little better in our admin page. So we'll just pass in self there, and then we'll go and just return self.name, just so it returns the actual name of the category, just a little easier to read. While a meta class as well within this categories class, and we'll give it two values here: verbose name, which will equal category, and then we'll give it a verbose name underscore plural, and this will equal categories. And by default it'll just put an S at the end, so we'll come up here and let's put like an S, and that's obviously not correct. So we'll get this verbose name plural to give it the correct plural spelling of categories for our admin page. But that's it. That's all we need for our categories. So we'll go ahead and save that. But we also want to go ahead and add the category to the video as well. We want to be able to link those together. So up here in our video class, our model, we're going to go ahead and add another field here. We'll call it category. Oops, let's do lowercase. Category equals models.foreign key, and in the quotes we'll put category. Then we'll do on delete equals models.cascade. So like our other foreign keys, we'll give it the model we want, which in this case is category, and we'll give it on delete. So when we delete this video, what should we do, or once we delete this category, what should we do with these videos connected to it? We just want to delete everything with it. We don't want to keep this linked together, and so that just makes sense for this. We don't really want to keep around videos or categories after we deleted them. That's all we need for this, so go ahead and save that. And now the last thing we do is just add this field to our form. So open up our views.py. You'll see here in our create video we have this fields variable, and it has all our different fields. At the very end of this we're going to add category, and this will just make sure it shows up as a choice to pick for each video when we post a video. And with that we can go ahead and save that. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things here. First I'm going to go ahead and delete my database, so I'll just go ahead, right-click that and hit delete. And then I'll delete this migrations folder if we have one. Yes, right here, this folder, we'll go ahead and delete this as well. And we'll start fresh. It'll be easier instead of trying to set default for each of them or anything like that. We'll start fresh here, and we'll open up a terminal, we'll make our migrations, and we'll go ahead and test this out. So in our terminal here, we'll go ahead and just type Python, make our manage.py, make migrations. And we'll go ahead and do Python manage.py migrate. And then once these do the migrations, we'll take a look. We have our account, admin, auth, profiles with no videos here. So let's go ahead and run this one more time. Python manage.py make migrations videos. And there creates our migrations for our videos. We'll go ahead and do Python manage.py migrate to migrate those video changes. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and create a super user. So we'll do Python manage.py create super user. And since we need to delete our database, there we go. And since we deleted our database, we need to go ahead and redo all this again. That's why I'm doing this again. But now that super user created, our changes migrated, we'll go ahead and do a Python manage.py run server. And now we can go ahead, open up this this website. All right, let's go ahead now and register a user real quick. Go ahead and sign them up. And now we can go ahead here. If we hit upload video, we can go ahead and choose all this in a category. But right now there's no categories. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and just add the categories in the admin page because we don't want users to be able to create categories. So I'm going to go ahead and just log in as the admin. So we go back here to admin. Log in there. We'll find categories, which is not here because we forgot one thing. So back in our text editor, open up our admin.py. We registered a video model. We did not register the category model yet. So let's go ahead and import it first. And then down here, we'll do admin.site.register category. Go ahead and save that. Come back here, build the page. And there's our categories. Now here we can go and add our category. So we'll go ahead and hit add category. We'll give one, we'll just call it science and technology. We'll add another one, we'll just call it art. And we'll add one more, we'll just call it news. And now we'll go ahead and just use these three for now. So now if we go back to the site, we'll log out first. And we'll go back to the site. We'll log in as that user we just created. And now let's go ahead and create a video. So upload a video, we'll give it a title. We'll choose a video file. We'll choose a thumbnail. Now down here in these categories, we'll click on this. Now we have our three categories we can choose from. So let's just say this is a science technology video. Let's go ahead and submit that video. And there it is. There's our video. Everything else is here. We can edit it here like we could before. We can play the video here. So everything here is working well. And our category is added. You can't really see anything yet, and we'll do some stuff later with it later on actually using that category for different things. But for now, we have that set up. That's something we need to get set up for later. So that's all we're going to do with this video with the categories. So now let's go ahead and just add comments to this video, to all the videos. We want to go ahead and add a little form down here below all this stuff, and then just list all the comments in rows that were already posted on this video. So we'll go ahead to our models.py. And we're going to add a comment model. So a couple different fields. So we'll go ahead here and we'll add a class comment. We'll inherit models.model like usual. And then down here we'll go ahead and first we'll give it a user field. This will equal models.foreign-key user, which I don't know if we imported yet. We already did. Yep. So we already imported user. And we'll do onDelete equals models.cascade like usual. And then below that we're going to go ahead and add a video, and this will also be a models.foreign-key, and this will in quotes we'll put video to connect a video to this comment, and once again onDelete equals models.cascade. Then finally and then we add a comment. So we'll put comment equals and just models.text field. And then we want to add a created on. So created _on equals models dot date time field auto underscore now underscore add equals true. And then we're going to add an str method. We're not going to go ahead and add it to the admin panel yet, but if we end up doing that at some point, this will just make it look a little prettier. We'll also return, create f string, author, colon, self dot author, or self dot, not author. Let's do user, self dot user, and we'll put a pipe, and we'll put created on self dot created on dot strf time. Let's just format it. And I'll go through all this in a second. I'm just gonna type it out first. And we'll go ahead and put a %b space %d space %y %i colon capital M space lowercase p, like that. So now that's all we need for this. Let's go through it real quick. So first we have two foreign keys. We have a user and a video. The foreign keys is create a link between this model, this object, and another object. So we want to create two different links. We want to link a user to this comment, and we also want to link a video. We want to link a user because we don't want to let the user post the comment once they're logged in, and we also want to put their name by their comment, so you can tell who posted the comment. And of course, we need to grab the video as well because we want to know on what video to display these comments at. So we do that with just a foreign key. User for the first one, and then in quotes we put video for that other object we created. And then below that we have a comment, which is a models.text field, and that's just going to be the actual body that they type their comment into, the text of the actual comment. And then we have a created on, which is just a datetime field. Auto now add equals true to automatically add the current time. Still not be entering any time, but it will automatically grab it. And we'll use that for sorting the comments from newest to oldest. And this str method, don't worry about that too much. F string is just a way to format strings. You can just put anything within curly braces to pass in variables within a string. And this strf time and all these different %b, %d, that's just a string format. You can look that up, and it tells you what all these mean. Grab the day, the year, the time, everything else. So you can look that up to see how it. But all it's doing is formatting the string or the date. That's all we need for this. We'll go ahead and save that. And the next step we need to do is we need to create the actual comment form that we're going to put within our view. So to do this, I'm going to go to this videos folder. I'm going to go ahead and create a new file, and we're going to call it forms.py. And now, in this file, first we need to import forms. So from Django, import forms. And now we can create a form class. So we'll create a class, we'll call it comment form. So inherit forms.form. And now here, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and give it the field, tell it what widget to use, and we'll give it some attributes to customize it a little bit. So what we'll do first, we'll create a variable, call it comment, equals forms.char field. And we'll pass in within this char field a widget. This will equal forms.text area. Just tell me we want like a normal text area you can drag, make bigger and smaller for multiple lines of text. And then we'll go ahead and put some parentheses, and then we'll go ahead and on a new line here we'll put attrs equals in a dictionary. Attrs is just a attributes dictionary that we can pass anything we want to add to this HTML input line. So first we'll go ahead and add a class. So we'll add a class and give it a value of form-control. That's just some bootstrap stuff to make it look a little prettier. And then we're going to also give it a placeholder. So when it's empty, we want it to say something. We don't want it just to be blank. So I'll go ahead and we'll just say leave a comment. Just so if it's blank, then it kind of gives us a suggestion on what to do there. That's it. That's the entire form. All we have is one field, so that's all we need in this form here. It's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and open up our views.py and add some things to there. So in our views.py, we have the detail view, and currently we have just the detail view class. But unfortunately, with this, it'll be much easier just to redo this and add just a generic view class, inherit from that instead of a detail view itself. So first, we'll go ahead up here and we'll import that. So we'll do from Django.views import view. And then we'll go ahead and now let's delete all of this, and we'll start over. So within the parentheses here, we'll go ahead and add in view to inherit that view that we just imported. And now this generic view class, it takes multiple methods usually. Each method kind of corresponds to a HTTP method. So for example, when we load the HTML page in the browser, we're going to do a GET request. And so we'll need a def get method to handle anything that happens on a GET request. But when we post a comment, we also will have a post request handled on that same URL path as well. So when we post a comment, we need to also have a def post method as well. And that's all we'll need. You could add like a put or a delete if you use those HTTP methods as well, but for this view, all we need are these two things. So let's go ahead and start with our def get. So first, within the parentheses up here, we need to go ahead and add some parameters. Self first, pass in request, we'll pass in PK, we'll pass in star args and star quargs. Now inside of here, we'll go ahead and do a video equals video.objects.get pk equals pk. Then we'll need to go ahead and add our form we just created. So we'll do form equals comment form, and just instantiate a new comment form from there. We need to also go ahead and import that as well. So up here we'll do from .forms import comment form. Now back in here in our detail view, we need to go ahead and grab all the comments that are currently posted on this video. So to do that, we'll grab comments equals comment.objects.filter video equals video dot order underscore by, and then we'll do minus created on. So what we're doing here is we're grabbing all the comments, filtering it by the ones that have the current video as the video field. So this is why we need that video foreign key, so we can say all the comments on this current video. Let's grab all of those. And then we're going to go ahead and just order them by the newest first. So to do that, we can grab the create on field we added and just put a minus just to reverse it. So by default, it will go oldest, newest. The minus reverses it to newest, oldest. And now from here, we can go ahead and pass everything into the context and then render the template. So if I haven't explained this yet, the context, as I'll type this out real quick, is a way to pass variables to our actual HTML template. So I can pass in, we'll call it object, just so I don't have to change much in that template for the video. Comments, form. So I can go ahead and put, in double curly braces, comments to grab all the comments, or double curly braces, form to grab the form. All the default views, all the default generic views, like the create view and the update view, detail view, do this automatically for you, so you don't have to do it. But for other views, you'll have to do it yourself, just by creating a dictionary and passing in a key value pair, the keys being what you want to pass into the variables you'll use in the template. Now below this, we'll go ahead and just do a return render request and videos/detail video.html, just the same HTML template we had before, and then comma context to pass the context into this template as well. That's it. That's all we need for our get method. And now we need to go ahead and make some changes for our post method. I'm going to start by copying it because it's going to be pretty similar and so I don't really want to start from scratch. Save some time here. I'll just go ahead and just copy that, and then just come down here and paste that in there. Now, a couple changes we need to do here is first we need to go ahead and in our form, we also need to go ahead and add in the actual data that was sent in this post request. And to do that, we can just do request.post. So once you post a comment, we need the actual comment data, that whatever is typed into that field, passed in as well, so we can actually do something with it. Now this video line here will stay the same, so we still want to grab the current video for later on. And we're also going to go ahead and still keep this comments and context and everything else the same. But in between all this, I need to do some checks. So first, I need to check if the form is valid. So if form.is_valid, do something. So if the form is already valid and there's valid data passed into it, we need to create a new comment object first. So comments equals comments, and now within here we can do user equals self.request.user to get the current logged in user and set that as the user that's posting the comment. And the comment will equal form.cleaned data and then comments. We'll put a comma there, and then we'll do a video equals video. And then once we create a comment object, we need to go ahead and save it. So comment.save to save it to the database. So what we're doing here, just to go real quick, we have this user and comment and video. These are all fields within our comments model. So we go back to our models.py. So we have this user, comment, and video. So we set all those how they are. So we'll set the current user to be the user that's logged in. The video is the current video we're on, and the comment being whatever they typed in that field. And this create on gets added automatically with our auto now add. So we don't need to do anything there. So that's what we're doing in this thing right here. And then then we are just saving it to the database with this comment.save line here. And that's really it. Everything else should be the same. So we can go ahead and save that. Now we need to add all this to the template. So back in our detail video template, we need to do a couple things. So down here at the bottom, we need to first add the form to this template first. So they have somewhere to actually post a comment at. But we only want them to be able to see this form and be able to post something in the form if they're logged in. So to do this, we can go ahead and create. I might be missing some things here. Let's just go ahead and add a few more. One more, just to close off all those. And now below all this, we're actually within the container. So below two of them, we're gonna go ahead and create a div, a class equals row and the margin top -3. Just add a little more space. Within this this row, we'll go to create a column. So div class equals column -md-8 column -sm-12. And now here we can go ahead and add an if statement. So we can do curly braces and percent signs to add a code block here, and we'll go ahead and do if user.is_authenticated. So if they're logged in, then do this, which will be add a form, and we'll go ahead and do method equals post. And now within this form, first we'll add our CSRF token, which is required on Django forms by default, at least. CSRF_token. That's some more security to it. It's all it does there. And we'll go ahead and add a legend. And we'll just put leave a comment as a text for it. We'll add some classes to this as well. So do a class equals. We'll add border -bottom and margin bottom -4. Now below this legend, we can go ahead and put the actual form we just created, and we pass that into our template as form right here. So we can just go ahead and within double curly braces just type form. We're gonna add a filter as well to this, so we'll do the pipe and do crispy, just to make the form look a little more prettier. Now at the top here, we do need to go ahead and load those crispy form tags. So we'll go ahead here and we'll do load space crispy underscore form tags, or crispy forms tags. Go ahead and save that. And that is our form. But if they're not logged in, we're going to go ahead and give them some message to log in, a little button to log in, so they can log in to post a comment. So go ahead here and close out that form tag, and then we'll go ahead and within another code block, so within our curly braces %, we'll type an else, do an else statement, and if they're not logged in, we're going to go ahead and create a link, class equals btn outline-info btn-block, just to make it span across the entire width of the container, or the column. And we'll give it href, and we'll link this to a Django URL. It'll be accounts underscore login, and then the text for this will just be sign in to post a comment. Go and close that off. And now bottom of this, in the Django templating engine, you have to go ahead and close every tag. So we'll type just endif to close that tag. And then we'll go ahead and close off our column and row. And that should show our form up. And now the last piece we need to add is we need to loop through and show all the comments. So now below this row here, we'll go ahead and first we'll create another code block. We'll do for comments in comments. So just like before, we're going here, we're grabbing this comments key we passed in to the template, which holds all of our comments for this video. So we're going to loop through them, and we'll set a variable called comment for each one. And for each variable, each element in that comments list, we're going to go ahead and put it within its own little row. So create a row, margin top, -3, and we'll go ahead and create a div, a class equaling column -md-8, column -sm-12, border -bottom. And then we'll go ahead and make it h5, and within this h5 we'll do let's put comment.user, and over here we'll put says, and then put a colon there, close it off, put a p tag here, and we'll do a comment to put the actual comment right there. And so you can go ahead and change it how you want, but all we're doing here is just putting the user name says in a kind of bolder heading, and we'll just list the comment below that. We'll go ahead and close off of those two tags, and then like the if statement, we need to go ahead and end this block, end this tag as well. So end for to end this for loop. And that should be it. We added our comments to the template now. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's open back up our application. Let's reload the page and see what happens. So we had an issue here. Oh, whoops! I just forgot the closing curly brace for that F string I created. So back in our models, there should be over here just a curly brace there to close that off. Go ahead and save that. Let's go back our web browser here, reload this again. So we're getting a name error. Comment is not defined. It sounds like I forgot to import something. Where's that happening at? Oh, so in our view, looks like I forgot to import comment. So we'll go into our views.py, here we have our models import video, import comment as well. And we'll go ahead and reload this again. Another error. Let's just table videos underscore comment. Oh, did I not do our migrations yet? Before I do a couple things here, it looks like. So let's go ahead and stop the server, do a Python manage.py make migrations. That's exactly what it was. I forgot to migrate the comment changes. So we'll do a Python manage.py migrate. Okay, now let's go ahead and try this again. Run the server. So let's go ahead and open up this, run this again. And now we get this. So scroll down here. We have our comment right here. There is one thing we're missing right now, though. We have a comment, but there's no submit button. Let's go ahead and add a submit button real quick to this form. So back in our detail video, we have our form right here. Let's go and add just a submit button. That would help. So you guys should submit a comment. So put a class equals btn dash outline dash info btn dash block. And let's do just posts. I guess that's fine. And now we'll go ahead and save that. Come back here, reload this. Now let's go ahead and make a comment. We'll just put great. Go ahead and post that. There'll be an error here. Post got unexpected keyword argument PK. So back in our views. Oh, I forgot to put the arguments here. Also in our post method as well. Let's go ahead and try this one more time here. Let's see if we can get the video to post a comment. Go and reload the page. Do great. Alright, there we go. Now we have new user says great. And any comment we add, we can add it right here. Just do great video. Post that. And then down here, now we have great video. You'll see the older ones get pushed down further, and the new ones are put on top, just how we kind of want it to be. So that's all working great. So now we have the ability to add comments to the video, and we have categories added. That's all we're going to do in this video. In the future, we'll come back. We'll add some more. There's lots more things we could do here with the category to create a better home page, to show some other similar videos over here. But we'll leave all that for a future video. We got all the good things added in this video. We'll come back, we'll add more in the future. All the code you'll need will be in the description below, as well as the link to the written tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.